Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Tara Stevenson, and I serve as the Dean of Student Engagement and Career Development here at Flagler College. I'm trying to get our Instagram up and running right now, but I am very excited to bring another Saints meetup, and tonight we're going to be joined by Gabby Kelly with Black Female Development Circle. And so thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So while I'm still trying to get our Instagram connected, because now, of course, I'm having connection issues, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll try to get connected so our viewers on Instagram can see us.
Sounds good. So like Tara said, my name is Gabby. I am the director of the Black Female Development Circle, the Flagler chapter that we have here on campus. And I'm originally from up north, around like Michigan, Indiana, but I've moved to Georgia when I was like around high school time. So I pretty much claim all the Southern mannerisms as a Northerner person. Um, and I am a junior here at Flagler, and I'm a criminology major and a philosophy minor. So a lot of theories and readings is what I'm mainly into.
Yeah. And so what are you looking to do with that major? Of course, I have to ask, being in career development.
Right. So at first I was headset, even though everyone says don't come headset into college with the plan. But for a while I was headset on being in the FBI. But recently, and through seeing my other professors, I've been inspired to become a college professor within criminology. So that's the plan as of now.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, again, we love technology. Every single week there's always something crazy with technology, and this week it's just not wanting me to connect on Instagram. So I will keep trying throughout this. But can you share a little bit, what are you involved in right now?
Okay, cool. Yeah. So right now I'm involved with Black Female Development Circle. I am also the intern at the Diversity Inclusion Office, which is somewhat new to Flagler, somewhat not. And then I'm also a reoccurring member for Black Student Union now. It's not association anymore, union, and also the Student Government Association.
Very cool. Can you explain a little bit about what the Black Female Development Circle is? I was at an SGA meeting last week, and one of your leadership members described it in such a way that I absolutely loved, but I would love to hear more from you on it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, the e-board is amazing. Sometimes better spoken than I am, but in my perception, the Black Female Development Circle creates a safe space for Black women to share their experiences and their emotions with one another. But it's also a place where we can help educate and we can try to understand one another better. And in terms of that, it's open to everyone, not just Black females. It's also a circle in which we support one another, we try to enhance one another and empower one another, especially in the sense of womanhood. And we're there for each other, and it's just a bonding experience overall. It's really nice.
And how long have you been an established club here at Flagler?
So about a year we've been established. Yeah.
And last week we chatted with Rachel Hill, who started the Anime Club, and she took us through the process of starting the club. Do you mind sharing with us what your process was for starting the club?
Yeah. So we were starting the club, I and past graduate Phaedra DeHarnett. We were starting the club with the inspiration of Dr. Miles, since she is on the national board. And we started it, I think, around my sophomore year. And it was prepping a constitution and getting in touch with the national board and making sure that everyone was qualified to run the circle. And then going through SGA with presentations and giving out the constitution and getting it approved by administration. And then once that hard part was over, it was finding e-board members or exec members, which that took a process, like a while to find as well. especially like, when you're brand new and nobody knows what you're doing and what you can offer. But we found some members. They've all graduated since, but they were really great in helping us establish more of our purpose, particularly at Flagler's campus, while still aligning with the national board's purpose. So that was the beginning process to get it going.
Absolutely. And how many do you have involved with you now?
So about right now, we have about 15 members. We do require to pay dues. So right now we have about 5 or 10 paying members. But there's about 15 people that we see on and off and within the comments and within our Instagram. And we're very appreciative of them.
Absolutely. Can you explain the significance, if any, with the color purple? I purposely wore purple today for you all, but I feel like that's a common color.
Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate you wearing purple. It's on my shirt, but you can't really see it.
Okay.
But purple in its own stands for royalty. And for us, purple is kind of like the power of our unity within our unity, but also that we are royalty. Each person, each woman, or each person who joins, but specifically since we're focusing on womanhood, each woman is her own queen, and it's kind of a way to reestablish that.
Oh, and so do you aim to keep that as a theme throughout all that you do?
Oh yeah, definitely. We find it very important for self-affirmation, and then also just to share as a group that, your worth is enough. And to kind of just keep people in a positive mindset that, how do I explain it? People try and say like, oh, well, you're this class, you're that class, you're not as smart, da-da-da-da-da. You hear all these things from outside, but to understand that you are royalty yourself and that you are enough. It's kind of like something that we like to, yeah.
Yes, I love that. I know my sister was very big into purple, and it was like this powerful color for her, which I think is what you all exude. And so I love that. Now, something we like to ask our student leaders, was there anything that you tried in the past and maybe just didn't find your home with?
Yeah, I was interested in some type of involvement or leaderships basically since my freshman year. And I tried a couple times to be on a chair position for SGA. One time it was for Spirit Committee, and then another time it was for Public Relations. And both times it didn't work out, which I learned the hard way that it's okay sometimes when things don't work out, and sometimes it's for the best. So those were 2 times when it was, tried but failed.
Yeah. Are there any other clubs around campus that you are interested in checking out?
Oh yeah, so Mary Rose has been talking a lot about the anime club since she is an administrator for. And so
you'll see Instagram. We are finally live now. So thank you for joining us. 8 minutes in, it just took forever for us to connect. But hopefully your club will be able to join us here live.
Yeah. I don't know. Technical difficulties. Did I?
It says that we're waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. It might be that your personal account is in there, so we can always try. Do you also oversee the diversity and inclusion Instagram account?
I do. Yeah, that's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, and so you know what? I'm gonna actually send over. Oh, I can see that perhaps maybe somebody else was in Instagram account. This is why we love technology, and every single week there is a new thing. So I sent it again, so hopefully you'll be able to see it.
Okay.
And we'll be able to connect with our Instagram viewers as well as everybody that's on Facebook and YouTube. Just as a reminder, while we are trying to get some of our technology going, feel free to type in any question that you have about being involved on campus or with being involved with Gabby's clubs or any organizations that she has chatted about so far. And And so I can see that somebody else has possibly been joining on your account.
Oh, yeah, that was our treasurer, Celia.
That's okay. So I just sent it one more time, but I'm glad that your treasurer is joining us on Instagram. So you've already been able to chat with us about why you chose the club. There we go.
Oh no, it caused the echo.
So go ahead and can you mute? You'll see the button on the very top of my keyboard.
Okay. Ooh, so I'm muting on your laptop, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Every week there's always something new, and that's why we're adaptable to all of it. But hopefully that works now, because I just love that we can see you on Instagram with your club, and we can see everybody on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're watching this video at some other point, just know that this is what it's like to try new things and see what happens. So what would you tell a student about getting involved, or why should they get involved at Flagler?
I would say that you should get into really bad echo. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe. Okay.
That might be good.
Yeah. Okay, I think it works now. Okay. I would say to get involved on campus because it has taught me personable skills that I definitely did not have before. You start talking to people that definitely don't think the same way as you, or you have to learn how to communicate differently. And then also leadership skills with being able to handle all the responsibilities. Even if you are just a member, you know, most clubs will ask you to participate in a certain way that will require you to have responsibilities. And then also organizational skills, because, you know, you have school, but you also have your clubs and your organizations that matter to you. So those are all skills that you can use out in like your adult life in multiple scenarios, whether it's just meeting someone else's parents or going to a job interview. And then also because it makes you feel like you have more of a situated place here at college away from home. It can be hard. And so you find friends and you find a community where you just feel like not only you can be yourself, but you can help bring a type of change or maybe even like events that you'd like to see on campus.
So I know we're getting a whole lot of feedback. I might mute you on that end, if that helps. But I do appreciate that you shared that. Obviously, within career development, we love to emphasize that involvement. Oh man, it is echoing a whole lot. This makes me think about what next week's technology stuff is going to be like. But we do know that getting involved on campus 100% supports any skill development, or that it looks great on resumes.
Yeah, so being a member on campus is a lot more free time. I'll say that much. To start off, realistically, it's a lot more free time. And it is less responsibilities, still responsibilities, but less responsibilities. But you get to see your leaders working for you. And the difference, if you're the actual leader, is you're working for your members. Obviously, you're working for yourself and your team and your goals, but members are one of the priorities. And so that's a big difference, as well as, you know, the time that you have to allocate to other things.
Okay, we're going to probably... It might be that we need to turn the sound down on your phone, perhaps. There
we go. I turned it down.
There we go. Just the way it is tonight. Well, I will ask my question real quick. what would you tell a student thinking about getting involved?
Yeah, so for a student that's thinking about getting involved, I would 100% say just go for it. Even if it's something that you don't feel like you have something in relation to or doesn't seem a part of your cause or what you're interested in, it can surprise you by a long shot. I started off, I was like, why would I want to do anything with student government? And then I got into it and I was like, oh, wow, this is something I'm actually really interested in. Um, and I'd never heard of the Black Female Development Circle before, but then I started getting into it. So I would just say take that leap and see if it benefits you and if you enjoy it. And then if not, try again.
100% agree. Well, thank you so much for joining. Would you mind sharing with us some events that you have coming up?
Yeah, thank you for having me again. And some events we have coming up this Thursday with BSU. We're partnering with them and we're doing a trap and paint event, which is where you can paint to the beat of trap music. It's going to be at 6 p.m. in the Virginia Room. And then next week, there is an event on Wednesday, February 17th, that we will be hosting ourselves. And it's going to be called BFDC and Mood Boards. We're going to do mood boards. We're going to talk about Black women in history, and we're going to help everyone feel inspired to set goals. It's been a rough 2 years, 2020, 2021. So I think it'd be really nice if everyone came out and enjoyed with us. Yeah.
Well, thank you again for being with us. We apologize, as always, for our technical issues because we know it'll be something new every week. I can't forget our co-curricular word, which I'm going to say really quickly if we're having lots of echo issues. We're going to go with the color purple. And so if you are seeking co-curricular credit for watching and joining us with this broadcast, please email the word purple to studentactivities@flagler.edu. And next week, I am very excited to host a few of our student leaders from our Flagler Tallahassee campus. And they're going to talk about what it means to be involved out there with some of their different clubs. So thank you all so much. Stay safe, mask up. We can't wait to see you involved in some way here on campus. Definitely check out more events that are happening. All of them that Gabby shared will be in Saints Connect, along with the rest of the Black History Month events that they'll be hosting across lots of different clubs and offices. So thank you all so much and have a great night.